Hey everybody, sorry we had some technical difficulties in today's episode, but we hope you enjoy regardless. Thanks.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey. I just wanted to hit that same note, sorry.
Hey.
What up?
We're
Welcome.
going to match the note like you just said.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah,
Sorry.
welcome. We haven't even talked about music on this podcast, I just realized.
Oh my goodness. We need to.
Well, we'll have to do some more music episodes.
Okay, yeah. And we'll have to bring a couple of friends on. I know a friend is coming up in
Yes.
less than 2 weeks that would love to be on the podcast.
We're going to have some music talks. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, they would think it's the best thing ever.
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 Yeah. What's up? Oh, wait, we're going to change the way this rolls for just today's episode. We're not going to talk about our good versus bad first up.
Oh my God, I was so confused at what you were talking about. I'm like, what are we changing? I haven't organized any of this.
We're just going to change the way this one rolls. We're not going to do the good versus bad first. We're going to go, if you watched our last episode, quick recap of the last 10 seconds of our last episode. We talked about Hoodwinked.
And that there was a free version on YouTube.
Yes.
Plug. Just up there.
Bootleg.
Bootleg.
It's hard
We
to
watched
say 3
it.
times.
So we went and watched that last night. And we have notes.
We have notes.
thoughts.
We have criticisms of a movie from 2005, so very relevant topic. So let's talk about it.
Yes,
Let's
so-
put our criticisms.
Okay, first up.
Yes.
Story. Holds up.
Story does hold up. Now, I had a theory about the story. So in my head, I was like, oh, well, what if there was the way I'm going to put a metric on if this is good or bad is if there was a live action Hoodwinked, would the story still hold up?
Okay.
And then I'm just like, it's basically just Knives Out for kids.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah, like you see
it's
it from
a really
everyone's
cool
perspectives.
like murder mystery style because as it says is like it's got the seeing the same story from all the different perspectives and seeing the changes, and then you see like all the tie-ins from all the other perspectives.
Yeah.
And then you get the final big bad at the end.
Yeah.
You know, like all the reveals.
For me, it feels like you get everyone's perspectives, and then like when they go back, and then the guy, I was about to call him a professor, the detective from Knives Out,
Yeah.
James Bond, when he goes there and he's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and then
Yeah.
they go through everyone's perspectives of what's happening at each time.
So
Like,
cool.
I was like, dude, that's literally just Hoodwinked for.
Hey,
It's literally just Knives Out for kids, not Hoodwinked for
Yeah.
adults. What?
they actually,
Yeah.
speaking of Knives Out, they just announced the third one.
Another one. Oh, great.
So it's the same kind of thing.
The first
whole
two
new
were fantastic.
cast. So it's same thing as the last two. Whole new cast, whole new story, but still Benoit Blanc,
Who's that?
the main character, the detective.
Oh, James Bond. Yes.
His name in Knives Out is Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the
My name
only
is
character
Blanc.
that stays the same, and it's called A Knives Out Mystery. And then I can't remember what the new name is. If you give me a second, I'll search it up. You talk.
Shaken, not stirred. The name's Blanc. Benoit Blanc.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, hang on. I'll really quickly say the title of this. It is called. Oh no.
I very quickly derailed this conversation about Hoodwinked with one note of Knives Out. But I like that. I like where we're going with this. This is called podcasting.
Apparently, it's called "Who's Up? Wake Up, Dead Man." But I don't
Knives
think
Out,
that's
Wake Up,
right.
Dead Man.
Oh yeah, Wake Up, Dead Man.
They do know how the
A Knives Out mystery coming in 2025.
they do know how being a dead man works, right? You don't really wake up. But that's a very controversial title. Maybe they
Yes.
do wake up a dead man.
Other big news. Did we already talk about Hunger Games?
We did mention it, although we do have to mention it, and then we'll go back to the production side of the review for the main topic.
My brain is just went. Another new interesting release that is coming out is the new Hunger Games movie that just got announced.
Now, was it movie or book?
Both.
That's right, both.
So it got announced that they are doing a book on the 50th Hunger Games. Sorry, the 50th Hunger Games, which is
That's the
Haymitch's
one. That
Hunger
that
Games.
goes in.
So they've announced the book and the movie accompaniment of that book. And I have always said, why would they go back to like the Songbirds of Snakes, like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and go back to like Snow Story when you had Hamish right there?
Because his one's like very cool.
So he's just insane.
Yeah, I don't know if is
so
it like a spoiler to bring it out, or is that's in the books?
It's in the books. It's talked about in the original Hunger Games that this is what has to happen. So the new book is going to be called Sunrise on the Reaping. But the really interesting thing about Hamish's games is his is also a quarter quell, which is every 25 years they do a special Hunger Games. It's why, spoilers if you haven't read or watched Hunger Games ever, which wouldn't make sense, but why Katniss and Peter have to go back into the Hunger Games after they've completed their Hunger Games, because the 75th Hunger Games rule was that they had to pick from the remaining victors. They didn't get new people to go into the Hunger Games. They took people that had already won their Hunger Games in. So for the 50th Hunger Games, the special thing was that there was double the amount of tributes.
Yeah.
So instead of 24 people and 2 people from each district, there was 4 from each district. So there was 48 people.
Yeah.
And you had to be the one winner, which is insane.
Yeah.
And Hamish did it, which isn't a spoiler because he's alive in the books. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Crazy. But yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Sounds very exciting.
I love the Hunger Games series. I think it's great. I read it in school, and every time I've thought about rereading it and actually reread it or rewatched the movies, it slaps.
Nice.
So,
well, this one's very exciting.
Yes.
And quickly before we get off that topic, so book comes out when, and then like a year later?
Book comes out 2025, and then movie I think is 2027. I think they're giving it 2 years, maybe 2026.
A couple of years just to stew in the minds of moviegoers.
Yeah,
cool. Or bookgoers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I think it's something like that. I know book
something
is
like
definitely 2025. Maybe it's end of 2026 as the movie would make sense.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I also love that it has been announced as a book and a movie already.
Yeah, and the recent one that was like going back on
the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty good.
It had like Draco Malfoy, the main character or something.
Eminem,
yeah, Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Ballads of Slim Shady and Rihanna. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
anyway,
sorry.
bringing this back to and that was it. And I got this segue. That was a great film production on that with the cinematography and the midget Game of Thrones guy. Forgot his name. What's his name?
Jay, that's so rude.
No, he was great. And he was like addicted to
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. He's great.
You know, he's voicing, oh my God, so many segues. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired that I can't stop my brain. Peter Dinklage is voicing Dr. Dillamond in the Wicked movie.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Which is the GOAT professor at Wiz.
Also, you know what's funny? I don't know what that guy... I've never seen an interview of that guy with like just the normal way he speaks. So I don't know what he sounds like because he also puts on a funny accent in Game of Thrones. I've seen like Game of Thrones clips. I've always wanted to watch Game of Thrones, but I've never seen it. And then I've just seen little clips of him and he sounds way different. And then he sounds way different in Songbirds and Snakes. And then he sounds way... Yeah, like what? What does he sound like?
The only thing I really know about Game of Thrones, other than like the little spoiler videos that I've seen on like Instagram and stuff, like Instagram Reels, is that I remember when it was releasing, they accidentally left a Starbucks coffee cup in one of the shots.
Right.
And it aired on TV with the Starbucks coffee cup in the shot. And then by the time it went out into streaming, they'd fixed it. But everyone like went off being like, oh my God, I can't believe like whoever stuffed that up is insane.
So when it was on TV, it was in there?
When it aired live on TV, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a direct to streaming, right? Yeah. Like they could fix it, but...
Oh, got to get back to the segue. I was on the segue hit. No, that's okay. So those are great productions. But there was also a movie that I recently watched that we were talking about 5 minutes ago.
Bad production.
Called Hoodwinked that I think had bad production. Is that what you call animation?
I just think it was very... Like, it felt like a rushed, underdeveloped job. So, like, if you've ever watched, like, a Disney or Pixar, like, behind the scenes or the making of animation, it looks like one of their phases before the animation's finished. Like when they're doing like the rough sketches of the movements and stuff before it's actually in the final stage.
I know we talked about on the last episode, we talked a little bit about the movies that released around that time and some of the animated ones looking back.
100%.
Like was, I think, Shrek one of them?
No,
Shrek
Incredibles.
Incredibles. So you look at Incredibles.
Robots.
And they've got all the shadows and reflections, and Hoodwinked for some reason has no
I
reflections.
think Incredibles is
no
actually
shadows.
2003.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Like
Even more.
2
But
years
like
before.
Robots, Chicken Little.
Yeah, robots.
They were all released in 2005.
And everything's so fluid and motion. Like all their faces have emotion, and
I think they spent all their money on their cast and then went,
Yeah.
because they had a really good cast.
banger cast.
They had Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway
In 2005.
Exhibit X to the Z in 2005 when Pimp My
when
Ride
they were,
was on as well.
When they were like big names.
Pimp My
Like
Ride, the world's greatest TV show.
Yes, Jay. Goodness. I did used to watch
We need
Pimp
to
My Ride a
rewatch
lot,
that.
actually. I used to watch it a lot.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we put a fish tank in the back of your
Yeah.
car.
We have a friend that's we have a friend that we mentioned on the last podcast who, funny enough, brought on the Hoodwinked idea, and he mentioned he's just rewatched Pimp My Ride. Really want to rewatch today.
Oh, what did this friend say when you said to them today that you rewatched Hoodwinked?
Oh, he was
very funny.
yeah. So I was mentioning how this whole thing that he's gonna listen to this and just be like, "What the?" He's just gonna look up from his tools and go, "This freaking idiot's about to expose me."
I just loved it.
Yeah, so must have a weird religious obsession with this movie or something. I'm just gonna make it seem really bad.
No, don't. Just say it how it is.
Anyway, I was saying how bad the production of the movie is, and he's like,
But the story's good.
but the story's good, and he's like, that's okay, you can be wrong.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's
Such
the
a good
funniest
response.
thing.
But no, it's actually really good movie. Like good movie, and it still holds up for adults.
Yeah. I think if they remade it today, the acting in it, like the sound, what's it called? Voiceover work is actually
Voiceover
great.
work is great. Yeah.
Like it is great. It's there's the emotion in their voices. It just doesn't translate onto their faces.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And I think there's this one scene that I just want to capture. I should say the full word. Is when she's like looking at the windows being broken from a rock and it lands on the floor or whatever, and she's like running towards the door, like directly into the camera, and she's just dead face, like resting.
Yeah, they didn't animate her face.
And she's like blinking every like 3 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But that thing of just like floating towards the door, it just gets me.
It's pretty
it's
funny.
so creepy.
But yeah, so we thought we'd just update on Hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Story holds up.
Story holds up.
Animation feels like it's from 1992, not 2005.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. You're right.
Like it feels like the CGI that was in like the first Harry Potter movie with Neville, like getting thrown around on the thing, the like real rubbery, cartoony.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
And for 2005, not good enough.
Could be better.
Could be better.
Could
Could definitely be better.
But it wasn't one of the big production companies.
All right, to end the review, if you had to rate the review out of, a fruit.
Rate the review, rate the movie.
If rate the movie,
yeah.
but you had to rate it with a fruit, what fruit would best represent that movie?
Oh, that's a good question. A fruit.
Yeah. I've already got mine, I think.
I would say a banana.
You say banana?
Would you like me to explain?
Yeah, I feel like it's actually going to be really similar to mine.
Okay.
Okay.
So I feel like a banana is absolutely great if it's the perfect ripeness. And I feel like this is an underripe banana where it's like it's got the flavor of a banana.
Yeah.
But it's also got the really bad texture.
Yes.
That's mine.
Well, mine, I was going to say an eggplant. Very similar reasons that can actually...
Is that a fruit?
Well, I was just...
Or is it a vegetable?
I was thinking a veggie, but...
Why'd you ask me for a fruit?
Well, it comes off a tree, doesn't it? Eggplant comes off a tree. It's a fruit now.
Okay.
I was thinking an eggplant, but if it was a fruit, it could be a banana because I think it's held very well on the outside with the story.
Yes.
But the mushy insides, which is the production, doesn't really hold up. But the mushy inside of an eggplant is only there after you cook it, right? So after you let it sit with you and you go, that was a great movie. No, it really wasn't. The production wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Okay.
When I was first looking at it, I was like, you know,
I like that.
it's whatever, but the story's going to make it. And then by the end of it, I was like, it had cooked with me. And I'm like, nah, the production did actually suck.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway.
So, good versus bad.
Good versus bad. Let's get to the first thing on the episode.
My good for this week is we started booking our honeymoon. Woohoo! So Jay and I originally were going to do Italy for our honeymoon, but that is too expensive.
Sorry, Italy. Your fault.
Jay will still be going to Italy with his work situation with the international scooter competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I just will not be joining him because we do not have a spare 10K minimum.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It's pretty expensive.
For what we wanted to do. So we're going to do that after we can save for a couple of years to actually get that sorted. But instead, we're going to do a Disney cruise.
Yay. We're going to do a cruise. Cute honeymoon.
So I am an absolute Disney fiend. I wouldn't say that I'm like a big fan, but I definitely like fall back on Disney a lot. Like, I grew up with Disney Channel, Disney movies, and I think it's a very much like a nostalgic thing for me to go back to when I feel down or whether I'm sick or whatever. I'll always kind of put on a Disney movie, and then now that Marvel and Disney are connected and all that kind of stuff, it kind of most of the time I'm choosing Disney Plus when we're watching a show, right? So we're going on a Disney cruise.
It's going to be really fun.
It is from Melbourne to Auckland, which will be so fun. So we're going to actually still go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Going to go and explore New Zealand for a little bit, for a couple of days afterwards, and then fly back home, and it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
I'm quite excited as well. I wasn't quite excited at the start of it when we're talking about Disney cruise, and it's like,
when we first thought about it.
I just don't want to be in a boat with a bunch of what do they call it? They call themselves something like Disney
adults.
Disney adults. I don't want to be in a cruise with Disney adults.
Yeah.
But then after hearing reviews and stuff and like talking with your friends who work on the cruise, it just sounds like they got really good service and someone that follows you around and it's I don't know, it just sounds really exciting. And I'm a big fan of just boats. I've never been on a cruise.
So we did want to do a cruise. There's kind of one that everyone kind of goes on in Australia that goes to a couple of different small islands and then back. We didn't really want to do that one. We wanted to do something a bit more special. Everyone has said, and I had to do a bit of a deep dive into all the forums and stuff to make sure that Jay wasn't going to be overwhelmed with the amount of Disney.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to freak him out because, like, I'm fine with it. I love it. I think all the little details are so cool, but I feel like Jay could get overwhelmed very quickly.
It actually creeps me out.
Yes. So,
but we won't get into that.
I feel like I could actually nearly be a Disney adult if we lived near a Disneyland park. Like, if we lived in Florida or California, I feel like it could get there, but not to the extent that some people do.
Oh yeah, some people go crazy.
But I could definitely see myself having like an annual pass to Disneyland or Disney World.
I know we're on your good, but just a quick thing. Have you seen that? I'm pretty certain it was Disney World, but it might be in Japan or something. There's a specific ride that people just go to, Disney adults go to, and stand out all day and dance in front of it. And it's like a bumper cars. And there's
I've never heard
almost
of this.
like a cult-like thing. I'll have to get the details on it. Maybe I can get the details throughout the episode, but
I've never heard
there's
of
a cult where people, not a cult, but it's cult-like. They just hang out there all day from open till close.
There is actually...
I don't want to rile up the Disney
There is
adults.
actually a TikTok dance cult at the moment, so yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But yeah, so to get Jay a bit excited, we went on Disney Plus and looked at a documentary on the making of the new Disney cruise ship, which is the Disney Wish. We'll be going on the Disney Wonder, which was built in the year I was born in 1999.
Yep, year of our Lord.
And that was weird. And so this one was built only a couple years ago. It's the Disney Wish, and it was actually a really good documentary. I think it was really cool with the amount of effort they put into it and all the different things. And I was explaining to Jay about how you have a service team that go around with you every night to the restaurant. So you get to go to every restaurant at least once, and it just rotates through the dining. And you have the same server and assistant server the whole time. So, like, when you would walk in for dinner, they'll already have your favorite choice of drink sitting on the table ready for you kind of thing, you know, like it's just the little things like that.
And they just follow you around.
There's plenty of adult only areas. A lot of the people that we know that have been on Disney cruises have said you can't really like tell that there's a lot of kids and you can really easily avoid all the Disney stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you don't want to go and meet the characters, just don't go and meet the characters.
Just go the opposite way.
Yeah, like just don't do that.
The boat's like 1,000 feet long.
I said to Jay that we should
Like
get
300 meters.
I've started collecting these really cute Disney picture books for our very in the future children because they were very cute on special and they sit in a rainbow order on my bookshelf. I said we should bring some onto the cruise to get the characters to sign them because I thought that would be a really cute thing to have it signed by like the character on the book. But yeah, so that'd be a cool thing. But definitely excited. We'll give you a full review once we're off the ship.
Oh yeah, we got to do.
And we'll be
like
able to put in some. Maybe we'll be able to put in some footage and video of
the trip.
Yeah, that'd
be cool.
On there. That would be pretty cool. What was your good?
Did you do your bad? Or you just want to go straight to my good?
Oh, I can do my bad if you want.
Yeah, you can do your.
Okay.
You do your bad.
My bad is like a good / bad. Like it's good.
That's good.
I'm doing it to myself, but it's kind of like a bad vibe. So I've been really grinding work lately. So I've just started a full-time job. Still got like 2 casual jobs.
Which your casual job was basically full-time before that, but now you have a full-time job. Yes.
So I've gotten like a proper full-time job. So I've actually got to be there. I worked out that in all of June, I will only have 1 day off.
Nice.
Every single day I'm working at some point in the day. Some of the shifts are 6 hours. Some of the shifts are 8 hours. Most of my shifts are 8 hours because that's my full-time job. But and then as soon as July starts, we have family coming. So by like the 20th of July, I will need to be in recovery mode.
In hibernation.
Yeah, outside of work, which will be fun. But I'm doing it to myself. I'm not wearing myself out too much. I'm still able to do fun things like the podcast. That's cool. I still have enough.
Chilling.
Yeah. Like I just need to really prioritize health and rest for the rest of this month, I think.
Yeah.
And we do that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my bad, kind of good.
If you can't make a pod, then we'll have some guests that can actually jump on in the coming weeks.
In the next 2 weeks, I'm sure my friend will want to come on the pod.
Yeah.
And then Jay's brother might want to come on the pod too.
Yeah, he's actually an experienced podcaster. He might be able to do more than
a couple of episodes.
He might have done more than us by this point.
My goodness.
We're up to episode 6?
Yeah. Okay, what's your
so my good. Yikes, I didn't actually think of a good.
Wow.
How's that? Watching Hoodwinked and nostalging on that was great. Dude. I don't actually know. Actually, I have a good, but it's just kind of a nerdy good. I've been waiting for an update on a game that I've been following for near on 7 years.
Yeah.
And they finally did this big update, so I'm really almost like just happy for the game devs. If anyone's into game development, it's like a game where you like fully build a car with every like nut and bolt. It's like really nerdy. But they made it multiplayer, and to sync up that many parts is crazy. So I've been playing that with a friend. And yeah, it's just a really cool experience. And they're still working on it. These guys just grind out.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
That is
interesting if you're into game development. I'd love to talk about it. But
okay, so
on the bad side.
Yes. Bad.
I was going to say the name I called him before, but no, Jack Miller.
Jay called him Daddy Miller before.
I called him Boo Boo Daddy Miller. Yeah. Which is weird.
Okay,
but
Jack Miller.
Jack, where does he go?
He still doesn't have a confirmed seat for
There's
MotoGP
no seat
next
for
season.
him yet. And there was talks of him going to Honda, but we'll talk about why that's not going to happen in a moment.
Yeah, so
it's just who knows.
Your bad kind of leads into what we were going to talk about.
It leads into the topic of that. We're going to talk about that.
This is what we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about who is confirmed so far in MotoGP 2025 season.
Yeah.
And then what seats are left up for grabs.
Right. So I know not every listener is going to know exactly everyone on a MotoGP grid or whatever, or even be interested in the sport, but it's a great sport, and currently the world's fastest circus is having a wild circus of its own in the rider market. So
yes. And also, if you don't like follow MotoGP and you want to just like skip to the last segment, which is our game segment, I'll just let you know what that is. So I've pulled a bunch of Gen Z sayings and terms and things like that, and I'm going to see if Jay can guess what they are. So if you want to, you can skip to that, but I highly recommend listening to this because it's such interesting, like team politics kind of situation. Correct. It's really interesting.
So do you want me to go through what happened?
No, I think we should go who's confirmed.
Or just who's confirmed?
Who's confirmed.
Oh, okay, so I'll try and do it in order of how it actually came out.
I've got the list of that.
Okay.
Of who's confirmed. You've got the list of what seats are available still.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you go yours.
Yes. Thank you. Like, we discussed this.
Yes.
Know. Okay. So the factory teams are like the main teams. Is that right? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. That's like your Ferrari, your Red Bull.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ducati factory team, Pecco Bagnaia, 2-time world champion, like back to back so far.
Current reigning champion
as well.
Mm.
So he's on a team and his teammate is now Marc Marquez.
Yeah. Who's like
big change.
13-time champion or something.
Big change. Ducati is going to be a force to be reckoned with next season. But there's also history there of like Bagnaia and Marquez not exactly getting along.
No. Exactly.
So it'll be a very interesting team layout to see how that goes next season.
Yeah.
KTM, we've got the rookie Pedro Acosta.
Yep.
He has been confirmed KTM seat, but that makes sense because KTM has pretty much been bringing him up.
Yep.
Brad Binder is confirmed again because he's been really steady with getting a lot of points. Like, what is he in the championship at the moment? Like 5th, 6th, 4th?
Yeah, he's up there. He's consistent. Yeah. Certainly consistent.
So Aprilia is confirmed. Jorge Martin. Is anyone else confirmed on Aprilia?
Not on Aprilia just yet.
Okay, so that's one of the open seats.
Yeah.
So Jorge Martin moved to Aprilia.
He did. So he's the one that sort of kicked it all off. With him not jumping on that factory Ducati seat.
Actually, no. He was all but signed to the factory Ducati seat. But then Marc Marquez did an interview and said he would take nothing less.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then Ducati did a big switch up and pretty much Marquez swept the rug from underneath Martin's feet.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And then, so he went on to Aprilia and then Marquez got confirmed as that seat. And that kind of kicks off what happened on the other KTM satellite team, which would be the first satellite team that we kind of look at. So Aprilia signing Jorge Martin, they had Maverick Vinales. So basically Jorge Martin's jumped in. Aleix Espargaro, he's retired.
Yeah.
Because he's been in the game forever. Been a great help for Aprilia. But Maverick Vinales would have been that second rider. But they spent all that money on Martin that they couldn't actually offer the exact same salary to, or even up the salary of Maverick Vinales, who's got
currently on.
He's got like two featured race wins and like 3 sprint races this year. Like he's being really good. So he's gone over to the satellite team of KTM because they got the cashola, to pay for race winners.
Actually, yeah, KTM is really...
They've got a team next year.
Beefing up their team.
They've got a team next year.
Yeah, they are really trying to come out to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, alongside, this very experienced and, capable race winner Maverick Vinales. They've also got Bastianini, who was fighting for the championship like 2 years ago.
And is also still sneakily getting up in those
he's
top fours.
Still getting those points. And he's only been in the game for like 3-4 years maybe.
And he's coming from all the knowledge that he's gotten from Ducati as well, and being on a team with Bagnaia and all that kind of stuff. He's coming from that as well, which is just a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
To finish off the factory teams, we've got Yamaha. Quartararo has confirmed again. He is a Yamaha boy.
Yeah, Yamaha boy.
And then his teammate has been confirmed.
Alex Rins, but most likely Alex will just stay with them.
Yeah,
anyhow.
that sounds right. So Honda, we've got Luca Marini and you have the second Honda seat.
Yeah, Joan Mir has signed just as of yesterday. We're filming this.
Ooh.
He signed yesterday, which was kind of odd because you can tell he doesn't want to ride that bike, because it sucks currently. But both him and Luca Marini, to their credit, said the bike was way worse at the start of the year, and already Honda's making a lot of changes.
Okay, so they are getting better.
So it's rideable, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
It's a unicycle, but that's okay.
So a very interesting thing that we have seen is with the first satellite team, or satellite teams in general, the Ducati satellite teams are kind of in a bit of a up in the air to be confirmed state.
Yes.
So what you were telling me about this the other day with how many bikes.
How many bikes they've got. Yeah. So they've pulled back how many current factory bikes they can have. So that next year they're only going to have, I believe it's six. Oh, well, it's going to be 4 that are 2025 model bikes.
Yeah.
And one of the teams has to take the 2024 bikes. Now, I'm pretty certain Ducati and the Valentino Rossi 46 team, VR46 team, they're going to have the up-to-date bikes. I'm pretty certain it's that. It could be Grassini, but whatever it is,
so
the other one out of VR46 or Grassini is going to run this year's bikes, this current year's bikes.
So definitely Ducati's going to have the 2025 bike. Pramac?
Yeah, that's the question. Is Pramac going to go to Yamaha?
Because the 3 of them have, so there's the 3 satellite teams that are kind of under the Ducati umbrella, which is Pramac, VR46, and Grassini.
Yeah.
So
there's rumors that Pramac is looking at becoming a satellite team for Yamaha.
Interesting.
So they're going to run Yamaha bikes. Now, weird, wild theory on this, in my opinion, I'm like, dude, they've been talking about this for so long that it can't not be in the cards, like, heavily for them. It can't, like, they can't be rumoring and talking about this for so long halfway through the season when, like, if it's not going to happen. So in my eyes, I'm like, they are going to go to Yamaha.
As soon as the rumor kind of comes up, you're
because,
like, oh, it's all but confirmed.
Yeah, well, it's either they go to Yamaha in the next couple weeks or that's it. They're staying Ducati, because it's like they can't talk about this mid-season to have a bike for next year.
Yeah.
Either that or they're just going to buy those factory bikes off Yamaha and just use the same stuff and then worry about a 2027 bike for themselves.
Yeah. So, interestingly,
because the regulations change for those who also don't follow MotoGP. The regulations are having a huge change in 2027. So, yeah.
So, an interesting thing is Ducati's actually already signed a rider to one of these teams
to fill one of those seats, yeah,
to be confirmed. But last year's Moto2 campaign rider Fermin Aldeguer.
Yes, yeah,
which is really cool.
Young rookie, yeah,
So he's only
really
19.
Good too. Yeah, he's quick.
So
even from his first time in Moto2, he was really quick. Another theory about that: will he go to VR46? Because all right, so they've got Digi. Question is Fabio Di Antonio, is he going to look to go with Martin on Aprilia, or is he going to stay with Ducati? Because if he stays with Ducati, oh, by the way, he's also said he really wants a factory seat.
Yeah.
So that's why question is the only factory seat he can take is really looking to be Aprilia. That's the only one that's really left, because Alex Rins is quite set at Yamaha and they love him and he's doing great. So if he really wants a factory seat, the only one he can talk to is Aprilia. But our boy Miller also can talk for that seat.
Exactly.
But question is, they'd probably take Digi based on results.
Yes. So
are they going to put him in VR46 because he's cheaper to keep Digi, to offer Digi more money?
Yeah, you're very right.
Yeah.
So we already talked about Tech 3 with Bashanini and Vinales.
Mm-hmm.
So we've also got Trackhouse. Both of them spots have not been confirmed.
They've not been confirmed, but an American rider, Joe Roberts, he's going to jump up to MotoGP as well, supposedly, and not confirmed, but pretty certain if he's going to go somewhere, it's going to be that American Trackhouse team.
Yes.
And then it's just up to them whether they keep Oliveira or Ralph Fernandez, because they're both great riders, but Oliveira probably has the more experience, and he's actually put that bike in the top 5 a couple of times at the start of the year.
Yeah. LCR Honda has Zarco.
Yes. LCR Honda has Johan Zarco, and they have Taka Nakagami, but he's not confirmed, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, Nakagami.
And there's also a rider that from Moto2 that looks quite good that he could take that seat as well, which is Ayagura, who was runners-up for last year's championship in Moto2. So maybe there's even a chance that he could do that, because that second seat for LCR is kind of reserved for an Asian, or what would you call it? An Asian nationality rider, because it's Idemitsu Honda, which is the brand. So yeah, question is Ayagura going to go on that seat and kick out Taka Nakagami? Because he hasn't really had results, but Takanaka he has a lot of...
I love his name.
Takanaka, yeah, it's so good.
Takanaka.
He has a lot of love over there in Asia when they go to like Motegi and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're correct. I think in the next couple of weeks, when all the rest of this gets confirmed, I hope our Aussie, Jack, has a seat.
Well, that leaves the question, like, where does Jack go? Because the main thing he has on his side, it's not race results, obviously, but it's that PR... It's the Aussie support.
It's building up the team.
Yeah. Not even saying that because we're Aussie podcasters. Like, actually in the realm of MotoGP and stuff, Aussies are a huge majority of
And everyone also says that the Phillip Islands race is the biggest, and there's a reason why it's at the end of the season.
Americans love him as well.
Yeah.
He's got huge fan support over in Europe as well, where he lives.
Yeah.
Or well, where he lived for many years.
Very crazy.
Yeah. And he's got that PR. He's got the likable character, much 100%. Like Danny Rick and Aussies. Just
what is with Aussies?
Literally, and even in motocross at the moment, we've got Jet Lawrence and his brother. I can't remember his brother's name. Oh, it's slipping off the top of my head. Anyway, the Lawrence brothers are owning Supercross world, and they're like happy-go-lucky Aussies.
Crazy.
It's nuts. But
hoping Jack can get a seat.
So, question quickly before I put it in. Would Jack maybe go now that Honda seat's confirmed, because they were talking maybe he'll go to Honda and take Joan Mir's seat on the factory Honda team. Now that that's taken as well, it could be quite likely you might see Jack in World Superbikes.
Yeah.
It looks more and more likely that someone has got to...
It does.
He's got to, like, Jack, check your emails, because there's got to be something in there.
Oh, 100%.
Someone, like, there's got to be teams galore just going, like, jump on this World Superbike, because could you imagine, like, those personalities, Toprak, Bautista, and Jack?
Oh, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping he doesn't go to World Superbikes.
Yeah. Give him Sam Lowe's seat. That guy. No.
I
Much
feel
love to that guy. But
I feel like he still has a couple more years of MotoGP in him.
Yeah.
If he sorts whatever is going on out. But I also think he could really get some good results in World Superbikes.
Yeah.
Really good results.
I think I only say that because I don't believe, like, Jack's struggling. I think it's just a bad year. Like, because last year he did great on the, whatever the KTM was called.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
He still did great. It definitely had his falls, but, like, this year it's kind of taken that downward turn even more.
In a funk.
Yeah, I hope it's just a funk.
Like, he's just lost the rhythm of it.
Be great to see an Aussie up there again, but yeah,
his mind might be elsewhere too. He's just had a baby,
had a baby and his dad brain.
Yeah, dad brain.
But World Superbike would have more leeway for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's But yeah,
and
he's proven on that kind of bike as well. He did the Aussie Superbikes and, like, whooped a bunch of people's butts. But
so we will keep updating with the MotoGP as it develops in the next couple of weeks, because we're obviously obsessed with MotoGP and all the things. So definitely we'll keep you updated. But if you have any ideas and comments or concerns or theories,
or even something we should talk about, something we should raise a theory
or anything, let us know.
Chuck us a thing in the comments.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do for the rest of this episode is I've found a bunch of sayings that are Gen Z. We're both not Gen Z. We're both cusping millennial Gen Z. We're definitely in the middle. We're
I'm not
definitely
as far
leaning
from Gen Z as I'd like to be.
Yes, we're definitely leaning more millennial than Gen Z, because we've both only got older siblings.
Yeah.
we're both definitely like more 90s kids than 2000s kids. So
yes.
I've found a bunch of sayings. I also do have them in a sentence if you need.
Okay.
So I'll say what the word is.
Me get into my Gen Z mode.
If you can't guess what it means, you can ask for it in the sentence.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for the first one?
Go for it.
Okay. BBG.
Can I have it in a sentence?
Oh, I love that dress on you, BBG.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Correct.
Because I know Bibi, like baby.
Yeah,
like baby.
Baby girl.
What up, baby?
Okay.
Like, yeah, baby. BBG. Baby girl.
BBG.
Yeah.
All right. Bed rot.
Bed rot.
Yep. Bed rot.
Can I have that in a sentence?
Sure.
Bed rot.
After a hectic week, I'm looking forward to some much needed bed rot this weekend.
Bed rot. Does that just mean
Bed rot.
you're gonna
Bed rot. R-O-T. Bed rot.
I'm looking forward to bed rot. Does that mean you're just gonna lie in bed for a while?
Staying in bed for a really long time, just binging TV shows, movies, stuff like that.
That's called bed rot.
Bed rot.
I've definitely had a bed rot moment, probably during COVID.
I've had bed rot too. I do that, so
Yeah.
I would love to
Probably
do
had
that
bed
more
rot
often.
on the weekend. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bed rot.
You would be couch rot.
Couch rot. I'm definitely a couch rot kind of
Yeah.
guy. Before I ever bed rot, yeah.
You get out of bed as soon as you
Cat,
wake
that
up in the
sounds so
morning.
disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, these are also in alphabetical order,
Yeah.
non-intentional, but chat.
Chat, as in that's chat.
No. Would you like it in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Chat, do you think he's telling the truth?
As in like streamers? Like if I was live streaming this to the audience?
But IRL.
IRL.
But IRL.
Chat.
Apparently Gen Z people will go, in real life, they will go
To just the group.
to a group of people, they'll just go, chat, do you think he's telling the truth?
No.
They will call
Gen Z.
They will call a group of people, like
Chat.
friends, people in their class, whatever. They'll be like, chat, what do you think?
What do you think, chat? Like they're streamers.
Like they're streaming.
That's I was gonna
God.
say a word.
It's so
That's
bad.
effed. That is
It's so
properly
bad.
effed. No way. If I hear someone do that,
It's like chronically online.
well, that's a crime.
yeah,
that
it's
is
so
that
bad.
is criminal
So
behavior.
bad. It's
Certified
so bad.
gremlins.
Okay, you ready for the next
Jeez.
one?
Yeah, sure.
Gassin.
Gassing. Now, this one I know this because we say this in like the scooter world. Like that's like I'm gassed on that. Is if you're gassing, like you're hyping.
Yeah.
You're hyped as.
So it's kind of different.
You're on your shit.
Like gassing is like hyping someone up, but gassing also can mean like exaggerating someone's abilities.
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, she's already confident enough. She doesn't need any more gassing.
Yeah, okay.
Like you don't need to gas her up anymore.
That's like the UK people say, like roadmen say bear. Like that's a lot, but also bear means bad.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
High key.
High key. Oh, not this stuff. I know people say like high key, low key. High key. I don't know what it means.
Well, so what's low key mean?
Well, I know low key means like discreetly, like between you and
Like
me.
low key,
Like,
it's this.
Is that what it means? Like
Yeah. Low key
discreet-
is like, oh, low key, it's actually pretty good.
yeah, like
So what's
don't let
high
anyone
key?
don't let anyone know. But I think
So what's-
Hoodwinked
so
was
what's high
actually
key?
fantastic. Is high key literally just tell everyone you know
Overt, obvious.
something that's obvious?
Yeah, done with a high level
High
of
key.
intensity.
That glass is see through.
No.
Is that-
It's like done with a high level of intensity. So like, oh, dude, I high key. No.
I'm joking.
I high key love that new movie. Like high key. Not even gonna hide it.
Right. Okay.
Just complete overt
High key Hoodwinked was
high
fantastic.
key. Slaps.
There you go. Okay. High key.
Okay, the next thing.
I hear people say that and I just don't know.
Yeah.
I
It
just
means
pretend.
they're not afraid to like tell you that they like it. or
High
whatever.
key.
You know, like high key. I think that's
Yeah. I just object and go, excuse me, I think it's called a haiku.
Okay. So, next one. Ick.
Ick.
I've said this.
Yeah, you say that's an ick.
Yeah.
Now that is just like, that's something that grinds my gears.
not so much grinds my gears. Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Oh, did you see how mean he was to his little brother? That's such an ick.
That's such an ick. Just something you disagree with?
It's like a turn off.
Oh, something.
So
Like,
it's
I don't want to talk to that
like
person
disgust,
because...
like a feeling of disgust towards like someone, something.
Yeah.
So like,
I suppose that's what it is. Something icky. Like.
A lot of women make an ick list of things that they see a
ick
guy do, and it's an
list?
immediate turn off.
What?
Like a guy, like some of the stupidest things, like a guy opening up an umbrella inside, or like a guy trying to close an umbrella, immediate ick.
Yeah.
Or a
Right.
guy like when he puts on a hoodie but doesn't tuck in the shirt from underneath, immediate ick.
Oh, I've got one that's on my ick list for other dudes. If you untie your shoelaces before you take them off. That's an
Sure.
ick.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
You should
little
just
things
do the
like
foot
that.
on the ankle thing.
It's
yeah,
like,
right. I
chewing
understand.
with your mouth.
That's very
open.
fun.
Ick.
That's enjoyable
Yeah.
to make ick lists. It's probably very rude.
Ick list.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Ick.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is another one I say.
I genuinely thought it was just ick was like, oh, that's like, oh, that grinds my gears that people do. Oh, I suppose that's what it is.
It's like
right?
when people say like,
oh, people do that. Oh, that sucks.
it's
That grinds my
literally
gears.
yeah. Putting a word to you going ugh.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's an
That's
ick.
ick.
Ugh.
Ugh.
When it's icky, it makes you feel icky.
How do you spell that? Ugh. EUGH. Ugh.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't
ick
know.
is ICK. But like, yeah, when
Yeah.
something makes you feel like icky and uncomfortable and like grossed out.
Ick.
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 Yeah. This
Yeah.
one I've said before. Menti B.
Menti B.
Yep.
That mental breakdown?
Yeah.
Having a menti B.
So I think I've said before, oh, I do fear I'm on the edge of a menti B.
I do fear I'm one wrong stir away from a menti B. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, this one I had never heard before.
I'm one messed up drive-through order from a menti B. That's what you are. That's what you are.
That's 100% a mood.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one I've never heard of before, and I don't know whether it's real, but I'm assuming it's real because all the rest of these have been real so far. Mogging.
Moggin.
Mogging.
Mogging. Mogging. Isn't that... No, that's exactly what people say in the UK. Oi, mate, on my way to work, I was in a mogging.
No.
Some bloke just ran up
Would
with a
you like
gun
it in
and
a
I was in a
sentence?
mogging.
Would you like it?
Yeah, go for it.
I wonder if Jared realizes he's mogging everyone in the weight room.
What? Mogging? It's kind of gross because the only thing I can think close is munging, which is totally gross. Mogging. Mogging. He's mogging everyone. Is that like...
In the weight room.
I'm going to go for it. Like, is
Like
it
at the gym.
staring?
No.
Oh.
It's one-upping someone on appearance or attractiveness.
Oh, so that's a compliment.
It's a compliment. No, well,
Oh my God,
kind
he's
of like
totally
a backhanded
mogging
compliment.
everyone.
No, but kind of a backhanded compliment. Like, do you reckon he realizes that he's mogging everyone?
So it's like almost like, oh, you think she's top shit.
Yeah, kinda.
That's such a superficial
Like
thing. Oh,
one-upping.
so superficial.
Like one-upping someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Mogging.
it's like when they come and
Jesus,
you can tell
Jared.
they've dressed up.
Far out, Jared. You're mogging everyone. I just couldn't say that. I couldn't see myself saying
I
that.
couldn't say it. No.
Oh, bloody hell, Jared. You're mogging everyone in the lobby again. You're just walking around glistening. I just can't.
Yeah.
I
no.
just can't see
No.
myself saying mogging.
No. Not seriously.
Like, Jared, you bloody think you're top shit. I don't know.
Okay. Next one.
Yeah, go for it.
Pressed.
Pressed. I think I'm going to get this wrong, but I know I'm going to get it right for some things. So I see
Would you like it in a sentence?
I've seen like a video before. This is only just the other day of like on YouTube, and you know it gives you like pretty effed up videos. It was like one and it said like
Well, your YouTube
gangster
does.
pressed motorbike riders or whatever, and he like comes up, he's like a gangster, and I think he's just like, I still don't understand what it means in the video, but he's like, in the video where it said he was pressed, he's just like ready to fight someone.
It's not
So does it
right.
mean you're like ready to fight?
No.
Pressed.
Would you like it in a sentence?
What does it mean?
Would you like it in a sentence?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Why are you so pressed?
Pressed. Why are you so pressed?
Or why are you so pressed about that?
Why am I so pressed about that?
Yeah. Why are you so pressed about work?
Not pissed off? No?
No.
Pressed.
It's more, do you want the answer?
Yeah, go for it.
It's feeling annoyed or stressed about something. It's like, dude, you are so pressed about work. You need to chill out.
So we took 2 letters out of
Pressure, stressed.
Oh, yeah. So 2 words.
Yeah.
And then made them
It's like, no.
into stress.
You are so pressed about work. You just need to actually chill.
That's
You're so
right.
pressed
Okay.
about
Pressured and
this
stressed.
thing. Yeah.
Under pressure and stress.
Yeah.
All right. That is totally different to what I thought. Because I'm pretty certain there's a thing called pressing, which is what gangsters do, where they're like, yo,
Right.
I'm gonna fight you if you don't get out of my space. That's
All right.
pressing, I think.
Are you ready for the next one?
But anyway, yep, go for it.
Put on blast.
Now, has this like changed meaning? Because everyone should know what put on blast mean, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's more of a
What do you
millennial
think it
thing.
is?
Isn't it like put on blast? Like when you say it to someone, like, I'm going to put you on blast for that. Means like, oh, that's wrong. I'm going to tell everyone.
Yeah. To embarrass someone publicly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the actual thing is over social media by denouncing or exposing them.
Ooh. Expose.
They've explained, yeah. So the thing was, he was put on blast for breaking up over text kind of thing.
Right.
Right? Like,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Next one.
That was like a spicy status back in the day.
Yes.
Would be putting someone on blast.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right. Next one.
Go for it.
Riz.
Again, I don't quite know what it means, but I've got sounds on Discord that say Riz, and it's just like a sexy sound.
Would you like it in a sentence?
sentence? Oh, give me a sentence, because you're obviously very impressed by your sentence.
That boy has so much Riz. He hasn't been single since elementary school.
Yeah. So I think it means, because I'm just going off the sounds and the sentence you've said. Like, it's sexy sounds when you press Riz. It's like meow, like the guitar, the sexy guitar. And shit. Riz is like hitting on someone.
Yeah, it's like the ability to seduce or
like
charm.
Like if you're rizzing.
Yeah. Oh, he got so much Riz.
That word just makes me want to gag.
I know.
It's disgusting. Riz.
Sounds very similar to another word.
Exactly. That ends with is.
And starts with j.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Like if you're rizzing on someone, it's completely different if you mess that up.
Yeah. So it's the ability to like charm or seduce a potential love interest.
Yeah.
So like middle schoolers, right? Like in grade 5, like 7, 8, and 9 in Australia, like middle school in America. Like the kids, the boys will come in and be like, "Oh, I got so much Riz."
I've got so much Riz right now.
I'm talking like 5 girls.
Girl, I'll probably Riz you up at our wedding. That's just so disgusting. It just doesn't sound right.
Riz.
It sounds very close to an assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've said this next one a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
So I've probably heard this one around
You've
the realms.
probably heard this one. Say less.
Yeah. No, say less. I know. Say less. Like, it's definitely one that girls do.
The sentence.
Yeah. Oh no. To be honest, I've heard the boys say this. Some
Would
of
you
the
like
boys
the
back
sentence?
home. Yeah. Say your sentence.
When she suggested going to their favorite restaurant, he simply nodded and said, "Say less."
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like I see like a girl going, "Girl, say less." Like I agree. We're doing that.
Yeah. So it's
just
agree.
in agreeance.
Yeah. No. Agree and understanding.
Yeah.
No further explanation is needed because the point has been understood.
Yeah.
Say
like,
less.
girl.
You don't need to
less.
explain. Say less.
That's what I've got in my head.
Say less.
Like exactly that. Like,
It's like
a
when
girl
you look
going
at-
to a restaurant or something.
After we've had
Yeah,
dinner.
that's it. That's what we're doing. Say less.
After we've had dinner and you look at me and you go, "Do you want some ice cream?" Say less.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always that.
Say less.
Ice cream. Yes.
Yeah.
Ice magic.
Say less.
Don't even know why I asked. Say less.
Nah, not even a question. Okay, the next one.
What would be the opposite of that? Say more. Like you don't
Explain.
agree. You don't agree, so you just like say more. like can we go
Oh my
you want to go to
goodness.
KFC? We're gonna start this. Millennials are gonna ruin Gen Z sayings.
Oh my goodness.
They're just like, oh, you want to go to KFC? Girl, I was thinking we can go to KFC.
Say
Say
more.
more. Say more.
No, say more.
No. Say more.
Or and then it's like
They wouldn't even say no because say less is agreeing, so it would just be
Yeah.
say more.
Oh, okay. Would you like to go to McDonald's instead? Say more.
Like it gets more aggressive.
Oh my god.
Girl, say more.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like as they get further and further away from what they want. That's silly.
Okay, the next one.
Yep.
Simp.
Simp. I know what simping is.
Dude, you're being such a simp.
Dude, you're simping. It's maybe I don't. It's like simping is just simping on some scissor. That's what came into my head. Totally just
Nope.
autistic out.
Jay.
Jeez. Simping is like you're loving someone, not loving, but like fiending over.
Desperate.
Desperate, yeah, like desperate love.
Desperate for affection.
And it's
Or a
very
romantic
prevalent online or
relationship.
something, isn't it? Like streamers
Oh, you
Like
can tell
people
when someone's
simp.
being a simp, yeah.
in like chat rooms or whatever.
Yeah, so
maybe not
like
chat
it's
rooms,
someone
but, like,
who's like desperate
Streamers.
for affection or like romantic relationships and stuff.
Mm. I usually see it in the meme form. I think that's why I don't understand it, is because
Yeah.
I'll see like a thing where it'll be like Jordan Peterson or whatever, and they go, "Oh, I'm just totally simping over Jordan Peterson
Right.
today." It's like someone who's pretending to be him. Like, yeah,
Yeah. This next one I've said before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
simping. Not joking.
Smut.
Smut. Now that sounds gross.
It's not as gross as you think.
Smut. Like if I'm thinking of like smut, dude, because smut just means something that's like overtly like raunchy and the worst of context, right? Like if that's that's a very smutty thing. Get that out of here.
You're kind of right on the raunchy kind of situation. So,
Right.
would you like my
Yeah, go for it.
sentence? That book is just smut. Pure
Yeah,
smut.
like it's just pure
It's pure smut.
raunchy context.
Yeah.
Like they didn't need to be in there.
So it's sexually explicit written content like romance novels or fan fiction.
As in every book you read.
No.
I'm joking.
But do you know there's actually a thing in the book talk community about like they actually give books with smut levels or spice levels
Yeah, your app
to
does
make
that as well.
sure,
We talked about that, yeah.
So I don't read books that are overly smutty.
Mm.
I like just a sprinkle of it.
Yeah.
Like I like it when it's tasteful. If the book is literally 90% smut, that's just porn.
Yeah, that is
Not
just
even hesitation.
Well, it's erotica.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just not like no. I will if it moves the story along, I'm happy about it. Not gonna read it when it's literally just that and no plot.
The audiobooks for that are very weird, in my opinion.
Yes.
I've had some smutty audiobooks from your recommendation.
Damn! Before I told you what it was, I should have said you've engaged in smut and see what you said.
And, then
You would have
and I would have been like,
out.
"Whoa, what have I done?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking of it in the book context, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like just books. I was more like someone.
Oh, just in general, yeah.
You know, a kind of almost in my head, I suppose I was thinking it's almost a more tolerable way of saying that's slutty. Like,
Right,
that's
right.
such a smutty thing to do. Like, go
Got you, yeah,
do
yeah.
that somewhere else. Thinking very posh.
I've got 3 more.
Go for it.
So this one is I've heard a lot. You've probably heard because Brett Cooper says it.
Uh-huh.
It's touch grass.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
Have you? I don't.
It's like, girl, you need to go
Actu-
touch grass.
I don't actually watch her too much nowadays, but I do enjoy her stuff. Touch grass. I've definitely heard.
It's like,
them
dude,
say
you
that.
need to go out and touch grass.
Definitely heard her say that. Touch grass. Does it just mean like you're chronically inside? Someone thinks you're like chronically inside, so they're saying you should go out into nature and see the sun.
It's kind of like that, but it's more of a online offline sense. So it's like if you're chronically online, no, you need to go out in the real world. Go touch grass.
So it is that. Yeah, it's like
Get
go
offline.
get some sun.
No. It's get offline and go into the real world.
Oh, they're saying it
You
as
need
in
to-
like you need to get grounded.
You need to, yeah.
Like ground
Go
yourself.
and touch grass.
Like you're up here and everyone else is down
Get
here.
offline.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, you are too chronically online
Right.
that you've forgotten what's actually real. Go to the real world and touch grass.
So they're trying to like ground you.
Yeah. Bring you
Yeah.
back down. Bring you offline.
Like that idea's whack. That idea's smart.
Just like
I don't
some
know
of
what-
the insane things that
Touch
people
grass.
think are normal these days and like
Mm.
that are like completely justified things. It's like, no, you need to go on the real world. Touch grass for a bit. Go and
Yeah.
touch grass. Like,
Like
go out into the real world, see how it is.
girl, you gas and Mugen, go and touch grass. Moggin, you're way up. Mugen. What the hell did I say?
Okay.
Yeah.
2 more. So
Nice.
the next one, Unc.
Unc.
Yeah.
Unc.
Unc. Would you like in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Just walking up those stairs made me so tired. I think I've reached Unc status.
Like old? Like uncle?
It is something to do like uncle.
Really?
Yeah, but it's...
Oh, shit. That wasn't actually my first
So
first go-to.
it is short for uncle, but it's a specific type.
Like the
It
old...
also can be used to... so it's like short for uncle, but it also can be used to refer to a specific kind of type of person.
Like, I'm thinking like broken back. Like, like I'm in pain.
No, it's more of a cool thing. Do you want to just tell me?
Yeah, go for it.
So it's short for uncle, but it's also used to refer to like cool millennial people. So like they're the cool uncle. Is their uncle?
Oh, so we're actually...
Or like slightly older people in general.
So we're kind of Unc.
Yeah.
Uncs ourselves.
Well, you'd hope you're an Unc.
Oh, you want to be an Unc?
You want to be an Unc because it's like, you know how like
you're
we
cool.
used to say it's like, oh, she's like the cool auntie.
It's the cool uncle you have.
It's the cool aunt.
Yeah,
Unc.
Gotcha.
Unc is like the cool auntie or uncle.
That's Unc.
Yeah.
Yo, that's Unc.
Yeah. So like if we went to Taj, we wouldn't want to embarrass him. We'd want to be like the cool Unc.
Is that why we
You'd
call
wanna
your
be
brother Unky rather than Uncle?
Or maybe. No, I
Maybe
don't think
'cause
he knew
he's-
about it.
He's kind of Unc status.
He's definitely a millennial, so I don't think he
to the
would've
kids,
known.
he's definitely Unc status.
He is Unc. Oh yeah, to the 4-year-olds, yes.
Yeah. Like, that's
Yeah,
ultra
yeah.
Unc.
Yeah.
Super Unc.
My brother's uncle name or like name is Unky Dunky.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool.
That's a wicked name to have.
The second anyone
That's
was
Unc-
pregnant,
Unc
he
status
was like, hello, I will be Unky Dunky from now on.
Yeah.
100%. Like it was no
Yeah.
hesitation.
It's always like when people say hunky dory.
Whereas
It's like
I
very
just kept
like joyful.
I just kept Auntie.
Yeah.
Auntie Ash.
You're like auntie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
it's pretty
Auntie J for a while.
I was
because
Auntie J apparently.
Kaylee
which
didn't-
is fucking weird.
Kaylee didn't really know which
But I was cool with it.
that Auntie was the girl and then Uncle
Yeah.
was the boy. So you were Auntie
But it was
J.
kind of funny that it stuck for a while.
It was a solid year.
It was funny. It was
A
very
solid
funny.
year of Auntie J.
Yeah.
And Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that
instead
was
of
right.
Auntie Sam, it was Uncle Sam.
Like trade places.
Yeah. I think she actually goes to say it still now.
Probably.
Like accidentally.
Probably.
She won't think about it.
Probably just yeah.
Yeah.
Her own little thing.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's funny.
And the last one,
Last one.
a Zaddy.
Zaddy
Zaddy.
or a Zaddy.
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 Like, oh, she found a Zaddy as soon as she graduated.
A Zaddy. I think I can work out what this one is. And it horrifies me to death. Is a Zaddy a Gen Z daddy?
No.
Oh. Good.
Would you like to know what
Because
it
that's
is?
horrifying. Yeah, what is it?
It's a handsome, fashionable older man.
Oh.
So like if you're like
What?
20 and you want to date a
I was thinking of that
40-year-old,
sentence.
he'd be a Zaddy. Like some
That's a
people
Zaddy.
some people look at Paul Rudd and go, "Oh my god, he's a Zaddy."
Because he's old.
Because he's old but he's still like handsome, fashionable.
So Adam
but he's an older
Sandler is
man.
kind of a Zaddy because he's like in the
Adam
basketball
Sandler
shorts.
is a whole different. He is an Adam Sandler.
He's an Unc Zaddy.
He is just an Adam.
He's a
Sandler.
Mugen Unc
I think
Zaddy.
he's his own genre.
That's what we're saying.
no, but
Mugen
I
Unc
think
Zaddy.
they've literally made their own genre for like Adam Sandler. It's like Adam Sandler core. Is
Yes.
literally a whole like subgenre just for Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler core. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Zaddy.
Zaddy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. There you
But that's
go.
my list. There was more.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're a Zaddy, let us know in the comments.
So if you really liked that and you think we should do more, just let me know because I have more.
Oh, you
Like,
have more.
I
Yeah, wow.
I picked out the ones that I thought were funny on the list. But there
I'm
was
thinking
a
we should
lot.
now call the podcast Mugen Unc Zaddy or something.
Yeah. Oh, what's today's episode going to be called?
Yeah, we've been
That's
coming up with some
boring.
stupid names.
Jay has been coming up with some
Yeah.
stupid
Sorry,
names.
I've been coming up with some stupid names.
But yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see you next episode. We're going to go have some dinner.
Yeah, we need to go have some dinner. Awesome.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.